Hey YouTuber, thanks for tuning back into the Double SK Show. My name is Smitty Sebastian Kirk.
And I'm Misha C.
And we got a few topics we're going to talk about today. First, we're going to start off with our New Year's resolution.
Which I call them New Year's goals. We're going to continue those on.
Okay.
Yes. And we first want to say that it is now February 2nd.
Yes, it is. Groundhog Day
was yesterday, right?
It's right now, see?
Oh, it is today. So
now, this will be posted tomorrow, but it's right now.
And we also want to say that this is
Black History Month.
But what I read is that Trump is trying to change it to African American History Month.
Which is, I don't mind that, because at least it's not Happy Nigga Month or Happy Color or Happy Negro or happy coon digger. You know what I'm saying? All the derogatory stuff they used to call us back in the day. But at least he's trying to do that. But I guess Omarosa is really helping him out. And Ben Carson, right?
We all want to smack him.
I love them. But anyway.
No, that's exactly why Whoopi was not on what?
The View. Oh my goodness. That was such a good interview because Omarosa was on The View talking. They were asking her questions about Trump and her, because she's back in the White House again, working for Trump. And they were going back and forth. Mainly Joy.
Yes. See, that's...
Yeah,
Joy
mainly
speaks
Joy.
her mind, but that's why Whoopi wasn't going on there. Whoopi would have wanted to whoop her ass.
Yeah, I think her and Whoopi they would have been holding each other's hair, like, you know, you ever see that in high school when both of the girls had their hair?
Just holding it.
Yeah, just holding it, and then get off me, get off me. You know, one of those types like that. But, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all, yeah.
We know, we do.
And I went to a predominantly all white school.
We had some of us there.
Yeah,
okay?
We were busting. You know.
But we're going to start out with our goals.
Okay.
So I will actually...
Oh, before we do that.
Yes.
We want to say we give honor to George Michaels, who lost his life on Christmas.
Homage to George. Yes, definitely.
Homage, all that stuff.
Okay, I'm making it fancy, all right? I don't know.
Well, this is his box set. This is not brand new, but it has all his greatest hits on this. Yes. So that's what I'm playing in the background. So... Rest in peace, George Michael. He's such a good icon for us.
Definitely.
You know, British singer, you know, UK.
Yes.
But yeah. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So we're going to speak on our goals for the year, and I'm going to start out with mine. So one of my goals is to, and actually both of us, we want to volunteer. So I've always wanted... you know, I've always wanted to volunteer, and I tried to figure out where and what area I wanted to volunteer. And we're still trying to really figure that out, but we want to help others, and that's been, I think that is really within me, to just help others, speak to others, try to give them as much as anything that I can give that they need, of knowledge, of time, of just anything. I just want to help others, people who are less fortunate,
right?
People who are discriminated against,
right?
Maybe children and youth.
What?
Right? You didn't say right on that. Anyway.
Well, no. Children and youth.
Okay, you did not say right.
Right. Okay.
But definitely, we've talked about it.
Yeah. Remember, I was telling you, I saw on the TV. It's Volunteers of America is VOA.org.
Yes.
And because definitely here in Pennsylvania where we live, see, I keep fixing this hat. This hat keep raising up. I don't know what's up with this head. But anyway, no, I do want to start volunteering. I want to get back because I've been so blessed. And I thank God for everything that's going on in my life. Like, this is 2017, and I'm like, things are looking so different because I guess I'm just moving to a different direction now. Right. So I'm just trying to.
And I think we see things in a different light than we did when we were younger.
Right.
Because we were more about self, and now we are being selfless. Yes, we were, especially you.
When?
When you were, it was all about you. So now what we're thinking about is how can we help others? And this is the thing, and honestly, of course, everybody knows we're best friends. Known him since 9th grade. And know him probably more, or there's others who know him as longer, but we know each other very well.
Very.
And he has a lot of knowledge, and he has a lot to give back to others, to be able to help people. It can be youth, it can be adults, it can be just the knowledge and things that he's been through, just life experiences. But very intelligent, love him, love him, love him.
Well,
and
thank
honestly,
you so much.
So we both want to use what we have to give back to others, to help anyone that we can. So that is one of our goals.
Right.
Now, another for me is that I am trying to financially get myself together, which everyone I'm sure is. So I'm looking to definitely come up in the financial area.
But Misha, you're already there. You're just trying to get to a different level. Isn't like you're living in poverty and stuff like that. And watch your words on camera. So I'm just saying.
I'm not saying that I'm like
you act like
tunnel somewhere.
You know, full-time job at McDonald's.
No,
he's not cutting it.
But I've been looking and just trying to figure out some different things, just making it better. You know, I do have children. I want to make sure that if ever I pass on or whatever I do, you know, whatever happens to me, that they can.
That's insurance policy.
There's
they'll be so okay. You up it. This way they're gonna get straight up paid, and also put me on there too.
You know what?
Because I'll get your kids together and we'll do something real quick.
And the other
thing, gonna get my money.
Something else I want to do. As I said, I am a mother, so I have grandchildren. I want to make sure that I spend more time with family. I mean, this is the thing for me, and we've talked about family before.
Yes.
It happens where you just get so busy. So I do work a lot. I work a lot of hours, which I know a lot of us do, and we kind of get away from spending time with family. And not just my grandchildren, but they're younger, so I want to make sure that they remember we have memorable times, but also just regular family, aunts, uncles, grandfather, grandmother, whatever, that we are taking that time to make sure that we are this quality time, whatever time we have left on this earth, and we're not guaranteed to even be here tomorrow. All of us are getting older, so my goal is to try to spend some quality time with family, to mend bridges that were broken. Yes.
What?
That is definitely something.
Yes.
Mend those bridges. If you have a family member, a friend, anyone that you really, really were close to, and you just know that it shouldn't be that way.
Right.
Mend those bridges. I mean, we need to get over these small
issues.
Tiny things.
Yes.
We are not promised tomorrow. We see everything every day on the news, right? People are taken out. They're taken away from us. We know family members that are gone just because it could be sickness. It could be just something that just happens.
Right.
And I really just wouldn't want.
Like a friend of ours' mom just died today.
Just passed today. And
yeah,
it's so heartbreaking because we were very close to her.
We knew since teenage.
Yes. So
you knew it longer because you and Kim was friends since sixth grade.
We've been friends a long time.
Yeah.
But this is the thing, especially if you had a relationship that was strained, and it probably was over something so small. Be a bigger person. At this point in our lives, we are much older, much more mature. Just be that bigger person and just go ahead and contact them and say, you know what? I don't know what you probably don't even remember what it was about. Let's just forgive each other. Don't even say I was wrong, you were wrong. Let's forgive each other.
You're right. But I'm going to step in real quick about that part.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should step out there and just say, hey, whatever happened in the past, let's forget about it. Let's go forward. But if the other party is not willing to do that with you, you cannot beat yourself over it. No. As long as you did everything you had to do to resolve that situation, and they refuse it or they're not accepting it.
Yeah, I mean, you can only do what you can do. You can't.
It is what it is, and you have to move on.
I was told this by.
This too shall pass.
You're right. You can only guide or pretty much oversee your own actions. You can go to somebody else and you can tell them exactly how you feel. You can't make them do anything. So you can't guide them in the direction you want them to go. So do what you need to do. You'll know within your heart, within your soul, that you've done all that you can. And that's just the bottom line.
My main thing is pray on it. Because what I'm learning now at my old age is the Holy Ghost has been guiding me tremendously. Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to act like I'm holier than thou, that I'm going to church and I got my tambourine, I'm just banging over people's heads too loud. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing any of that, and and shouting and holding on the walls and just going for it. But I had my own personal relationship with God, and that's. I think people are missing that they don't have their own personal relationship with God. If someone don't, I don't think you should judge them if they do not. Just tell them, who God is, and direct them, and that's all you can do.
That's your testimony. And this is the thing that's in the Bible. Honestly, everybody thinks that you have to. I mean, you're supposed to fellowship, but fellowshipping can be us fellowshipping together.
Right now, right?
We can tell each other what God has done in our lives, how He's been good to us, how He's guided us, how anything about Him, and that is our fellowship. You don't always, and that's just my belief, have to go to an actual sanctuary or church, somewhere like that, to fellowship. You can just speak how how you feel like the Lord has worked in your life.
That's right.
So, I mean, you are so right on that. But also, we were talking one day, and what did you say about you were the driver? Wait, what did you said how every one of us we want the Lord. We pray, and we want the Lord
to be the driver of a car, but He's the co-pilot.
Yes, He is.
Because you have to do the work,
thank you,
and He has your back after that.
See,
so you cannot expect Him. I want to sit in this driver's seat. You do everything else, and I ain't gonna do anything. No, you have to put the work. You have to have faith. You know what's the so crazy part? I know we are really getting off track, but it's okay because it's all talking about God and stuff. My main thing is that how God works is that there's a song called oh my goodness, I think about Billie Holiday, A Child Who Has His Own. God bless the child who has his own. I never understood that song because I was like, well, that's kind of messed up because I don't have nothing. He ain't gonna bless me, but I guess it's a metaphor. I guess what they were talking. What I know what they're talking about is that long as you go forward of being great, being good, trying to have something, trying to be not holy, but trying to be a good person in life, God is going to take over from there. And if you're not going to do that, He's not going to bless you if you haven't put any work in there. But there are people who will sit here, tell us, oh, God this, God that, and you this and do that. But you got to be a soldier for God as well. When you're out there on the front line, when you're out there at your job, when you're out there anywhere, and you have to represent who Jesus is in you. When you do not do that, then you try to reprimand somebody else because they're not doing that. Come on now. Because I got people who, and I'm not going to say names, who know what I'm talking about.
We all know somebody.
And I don't like that because my main thing is like, you sit there and you're reprimand me. Well, this is how the Bible, this is how it's supposed to go. But soon something goes wrong, you're cussing and fussing. You're not showing the light of Jesus inside of you.
And you're also putting the next person down. First of all, we're not the judge of anyone.
No, we're not.
So when we're looking at somebody, we don't judge them. We say, you're an individual. If you don't think like me, that's on you. Whatever your relationship is, I can't judge that. But this is what I was thinking, is that you can be a soldier for Christ or for God. You don't have to, though, exactly say, my God, my Jesus, my this, my that. You can just represent yourself in a certain way.
Right, because the God in you will show.
Thank you.
It will
That is exactly
come out.
It.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness. You know what? Hallelujah.
I'm being very honest. I'm being honest and serious because when people see that, and you're not responding a certain way and you're doing stuff, they can see the God in you. They can see that you're a Christian. But when you don't show that example, you can't sit up there and preach anything to me because I'm like, that's all words.
Yep. And your actions.
Your actions.
Show better,
yes,
more than
actions
those words.
are more powerful
honestly,
than words.
We tell that
yes.
we know that your actions show over your words. You can say anything to anyone, but if you're not showing that's your words are never going to come across. So, anyway.
Well, that goes into Trump. So what we're talking about.
Well, his actions. Okay, so yes, we definitely are now moving into another subject, and what I did find is that we all know that once Trump got into office, some things changed. So Trump has signed 7 executive orders and 11 memos since he's been in office. So we know when he was sworn into office. already 7 executive orders and 11 memos that he has signed since he's been in office. And the one that sticks out, and the one that we've been seeing all on the news with the protests.
Oh my goodness.
With everything.
They was a protesting the inauguration.
I know.
Oh my God, I never heard that with a president.
No, definitely. So I do want to read just a little bit of this just to get it pretty much correct. So on day 7, this was called Protecting the Nation from Foreign Terrorist Entry. This executive order prevents refugees from entering the country for 120 days and immigrants from 7 Muslim-majority nations out for 3 months. Who will this affect? The countries directly affected are Iran, Iraq, Syria, Sudan, Libya, Yemen, and Somalia. This is extreme vetting, as they call it. Trump promised during his campaign, but caught the world by surprise. So we heard him during his campaign, but honestly, everybody was pretty surprised when this took place. It sets off a widespread chaos and confusion at airports and for agencies tasked with implementing it. So we all saw over the weekend, and pretty much a little bit last week,
right,
how this has affected people. Even these people that were already here for years and years and who have assisted the U.S. in certain areas. I mean, we all have read it. I don't know firsthand, but we've just read this information. And just how this went about, I just honestly, I don't like it. I just think that the way that it went about, I know we want to keep the country safe. We don't want terrorists in our country. I just think there could have been a different way, because it does look like it looks like we are targeting. We're targeting
a certain group. Right.
And
I understand that, but see, I got mixed emotions when it comes to this. I understand what he's talking about. I get it, because again, you have to be accountable for being here in the state. I cannot go to Europe and just be there without a passport. How did you get here and you're not accountable for? And it's okay, because we don't know what's going on.
But
you know
also, and we're just only looking at so much of this. We don't know how these people entered the U.S., what paperwork they had.
Well, let's go something real more local. Like, let's go to Mexico with the wall. When I was watching the news, they showed the wall. I knew it was a wall, but I didn't know it was like that. They showed the news, and they said it takes 20 seconds for one person to climb that wall to get into the U.S. soil. I understand that you want a better life. You're trying to do this, but in all honesty,
you have to
gotta
do it the right
be documented.
You have to
do it. You have to be documented.
And that's what we want. We want to make sure that everyone is you do it the right way, the legal way. Because you're right. We can't go to other countries without being legal.
Right. I cannot get on a plane and go anywhere without a passport.
Guess what? We are going to we're not going to be able to gain entry into that country, and let alone us being able to work, go to school, get loans, get whatever.
Right.
So I understand.
So how you going to come over here and you're going to jump this wall, set up business, and you ain't got to pay for 10 years because you're not,
so
you're an alien or whatever.
There are ways that we need to do
illegal
this.
Alien.
But there are other ways that are just, to me, are too extreme. Yeah. So I know everybody has their own opinion. I really just, honestly, when we think about everything that's now happening, and we just all need to pray. Pray hard. Right. That this changes very soon, because honestly, if you think about everything that's happened since the beginning of the year, or since the 1st of January, there's been so many things that have changed, and so many.
Just can't. I'm just still outdone with the process, even with Berkeley.
No,
did you freedom of speech and all the other stuff.
And the only thing I would say about protesting is don't destroy other people's property. I mean, we can protest just be civilized about it. You're nice not helping when you're just bashing businesses. I mean, a protest is showing that you're standing up for.
You're standing up what you believe in, right?
Beliefs.
My rights.
But you don't have to destroy anything when you're protesting.
You don't.
So, the other piece of this, or another part that we're going to talk about, not as extreme, a little bit more of entertainment, and this will be on you. You read about this.
Well, one thing about me, so no, we're talking about Beyonce is pregnant with twins.
My B, my B, my B.
I mean, I think it's great. You know, I just can't believe how the internet, like they said, breaking the internet. Like people were just so like going crazy. I was watching YouTube and like some of the people reacting to it, screaming, hollering, "Oh my gosh, she's pregnant!
I was running
she's
through
pregnant!"
my office, flipping
Were
out. I was
you?
doing backflips. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god!
No, I'm joking.
Oh my goodness! But my main thing is like, I think it's not. It's nice that she's pregnant. She's with her husband. She has a great career. You know what I'm saying? She already has blue ivy. Ivory.
Yes, Ivy.
Ivy. I said ivory. Ivy. You know, she has a child already and stuff, and I think it's great. But I think for people just to go nuts, that's because she's pregnant.
That was when I read
but
that.
But you know the crazy part.
Laughing so hard.
Those are not the people that say, you know what, I'm gonna go nuts because I know God got me, Jesus got my back, the Holy Ghost is guiding me. That's what we should get nuts about. Not about some celebrity getting pregnant. Nothing wrong with her being pregnant. Because I know the Beehives is probably watching this and they will sting. And I don't want you to come here stinging because there's no problem. I like Beyonce.
Just wait till I leave. You can sting him all you want.
Right. Because my main thing is like, you know, if I could do single ladies and give you camel toe, and I can give you a nice camel toe. Because, you know, I got junk in the front, you know what I'm saying? So I can single all this camel toe just showing. I'll do all the other stuff. For that money, I'm so serious. I am so serious.
We don't want to see that.
You know,
okay?
Hey,
not you with a leotard doing.
You know, I'll whip it down and all that stuff. You know, give me those millions and stuff. But, you know,
but the thing is,
I will say this. You got to realize who your God is. Who do you praise? Are you praising someone here on earth? You praising the flesh? Or you praising the spirit that's going to guide you? That's all I'm saying.
Yes. But this is what I think is
don't come at me, Beehive.
Kind of funny. Pharrell and his wife had triplets. They actually had triplets.
They already
so
had the baby,
saw his information, but nobody knows that because Beyonce outshined.
Well, you know, it's the same scenario with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson died back in 2009. It was all over the place.
Yes, my poor little Farrah Fawcett.
Farrah Fawcett died. It was a banner going across the street. Farrah Fawcett died.
No, they didn't.
They didn't even show a picture.
That was messed up.
The king of pop is dead.
And poor
you see it on Flash.
Fawcett.
Farrah Fawcett died this whatever time. They might have died around the same time or whatever.
Yeah.
But that banner just went through one time. Then they always say, you know, Farrah Fawcett died. The king of pop is gone. For months they were talking about this. So it's how I guess the popularity. Because Pharrell's very, very, very good.
Popular, but
but Beyonce's
when
bigger.
She announced that she was pregnant with twins, that outshined anything that Pharrell was doing. And honestly, he's very, very talented. So,
right.
Pharrell, I know you're not watching this, but congratulations to you and your wife with your triplets.
Right.
Yes.
4 babies, because his first baby, his name is
8.
Rocket.
Rocket. So we want to see what those babies are going to be named. So
Rocket, missile, launch. You know, I don't know, all space fan. I don't know, Starship. My starship will take me up tonight. So that I used to love that song. I don't even. That's Norman O'Connor's. Yeah.
Okay, I have no idea.
Yeah, it's Norman Connors. I said O'Connor's. Norman Connors. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I don't know, but I think that.
So that's it. We pretty much hit all that, and we'll be back again hopefully soon.
We will,
because it's really hard during this because with work schedule and everything.
Right, yes, and the co-host unfortunately has not been what she should have been. So I'm going to get it together.
Oh, so you're putting yourself out there like that?
I'm putting myself out there, and I need to be more reliable. So that's my goal. That's another goal. 4th, 2017.
Okay.
Be more reliable to the double SK show.
That's right. Well,
Right.
the SSS
Yeah, thank you.
show.
Yes.
Because when you type
Probably
it
would have
in,
put
yeah.
too many S's in there.
Cause,
So
yeah,
anyway.
cause no, cause I don't, cause some people they was trying to put my first name in there and stuff. I'm like, why would I put it under my first name? No, it's the SSK show. Again, please subscribe to this our page, and also the SSK show at gmail.com. If you have any other questions or anything, and I know the Beehives is probably going to come, but there's no, I'm not talking about Beyonce. Beyonce is, I really like Beyonce. I loved her with Destiny Child. She's really good by herself. I have no problem with Beyonce. But
And it actually
being real.
isn't her. It's the fans that just went a little bit overboard. What I do have a suggestion is, if you want to give us a topic,
Yes.
something you might want us to talk about.
Yeah, but subscribe to this
yes.
to our page or channel, so we can get more hits, and like it as well. Like it as well.
Really.
And I just want to give a shout out for people at work who does watch this. How are you?
Yeah.
I'll see you soon.
Yes.
But anyway, so that's it. There's no more to talk about because the time is wrapping up.
Yes.
I do thank you for showing up today.
You're welcome.
Right.
What you trying to say?
Okay. Next time you see me, I might be here by myself, just doing a show because this one. So no. Right. But anyway, again, just hit us up on the SSK show at gmail.com, and we will respond to it. And also subscribe to the channel, and also like. So this way, if you subscribe to us on the channel, so anytime we post a video, it automatically ding when you go to YouTube, or if you already have it set on your phone and stuff.
Yep,
so
you're right.
because a lot of people, because DCD has it set like that, so I don't even have to tell her. Soon I post it, she already knows. Like, and she calls, "Oh, I saw the show, I liked it, blah blah blah."
Yes.
But anyway, so that wraps it up, and I hope you all have a good. Well, it's the beginning of the year.
It is. So good rest of the month.
Yeah.
Definitely, we're going to celebrate
Black History Month. So definitely
African Americans. So learn as much as possible.
Right.
And
some other African American, and that's my fault.
Yes.
Maybe we should do one more about different, like Hidden Figures. I didn't know those women was doing all that for Nassau.
Yes. There are so
I did not
many.
know that. But I'm glad they did that.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
so.
Definitely. That's another show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard great reviews about it. So
you haven't seen it?
No, so don't talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I will see it.
Okay.
So
it's really good. And Fences. I saw part of it, but I didn't see all of it. I'm not gonna tell you how I saw it, because some of y'all like, what are you talking about? It's about the movies. Get out my business, okay? Everybody got fire sticks, but I'm just saying. But anyway, once again, thank you for tuning in. My name is Smith Sebastian Kirk, always in the works.
And I'm Misha C, all about me.
And for that note, we'll say have a good day and a good night, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
All right. See, here we go again. So every time, I guess I keep hitting rubber.
See ya.
Yeah.